Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last class we have discussed about the factors which are responsible for regionalism. In the last class we have discussed what is meant by region. According to S.R. Maheshwari, a particular territory, whenever it is set apart as a region when it contains different degrees which are related with different variables according to different degree, then that particular territory will be called as region. So, S.R. Maheshwari, what she said, that a particular territory when it is set apart as a region, when this contain different variables which are operating in different degree, variables in the form of customs, geography, language, topography, and that regions when they have a sense of feeling of togetherness among the people. So, then that particular territory will be called as region. Next we will go forward, many factors which are contributed for the rise of regionalism. So, there are many factors which are responsible for the rise of regionalism. One is called as political, economic and cultural factors which are mainly responsible for the rise of regionalism, which perceived as multi-dimensional phenomena. Factors which are mainly responsible for the regionalism we can find. Third factors already we have in the last few classes we have discussed. The second factors which are responsible for regionalism due to the weak, slow development, slow pace of development of national parties are mainly responsible for regionalism. Up to 30 years national party was very strong, they dominated all the parties, but after 30 years because of slow pace of development the people looked down and they looked towards any alternative political party, and that is the starting point for the rise of regionalism. Okay. In the last class also we have discussed what are the various concept of regionalism. Okay. So, in the last class we have discussed that there are some states whenever the resources and development when it is not reaching to the grassroots level of the people, then the factors of regionalism will form. So, whenever the development will be there, the development should be reaches to the maximum amount of people. Whenever the development is not reaching to the maximum amount of people or ordinary people, then there are the factors will responsible, such as whenever the minerals are there, whenever the minerals should benefit first the local peoples. Whenever the minerals are discovered, first the minerals should benefits for the local people, but what is happening that there are many states such as Jharkhand, we can find Chota Nagpur plateau which are quite rich in minerals. Children, if you see that this is northern states, so if you go here you can find this is a place which is called as Jharkhand. So, once upon a time Jharkhand was a part of Bihar, but after that when it separate and formed the separate state Jharkhand, and in that Jharkhand whatever the resources are there, that is not benefiting maximum to the grassroots level of the people, that resources are benefited only the businessman, industrialist, etc. And that is why the maximum amount of benefits are not reaching to the people. So, that is also the factor. So, whenever the resources are utilized by only one section of the people, that leads for the imbalance, and also that leads for the regionalism also. Now, this is the fourth factor, children, fear and greed. Fear and greed also responsible for regionalism, such as whenever the fear and greed for the large scale migrations led for the imbalance. Whenever the large number of people are migrated, that is also because of the fear and greed. So, because of fear and because of greed, any danger, because of that what will happen, large section of people will migrate. So, whenever the large section of people are migrating due to the fear and due to the danger, then that is also the factor responsible for the rise of regionalism. Some places have aggressive regionalism. Aggressive regionalism means what? We have already discussed that whenever the states which have the proud upon their region, and if they have hatrations upon other region, then that is called as aggressive regionalism. Normally that should not be. We should respect all the regions equally, all the languages are equal, all the religions are equal. We should respect everything equally only. But whenever if you have a feeling that if you have respect towards your states, and if you have hatrations and aggressions towards other states or other religion or other culture, that is called as aggressive regionalism. If you are proud upon your region, if you have hatrations upon other region, that is called aggressive regionalism. Mainly the aggressive regionalism is responsible for the pure factor of regionalism. Due to the economic fear, what is happening, whenever the sentiment of regionalism will form, there are many people, they will get economic fear first, and that led for the, what is the economic fear of shrinking of job market? Okay, whatever the shares and whatever the market will shrink. Okay, so the economic fear as well as psychological fear. So sometimes the psychological fears also we can find, such as street and fear. So whenever the political dominations by the natives can also responsible for regionalism. Sometimes what will happen, most of the political dominations are done by natives and they create psychological feeling in the mind of the people. So that is also responsible for the rise of regionalism. Okay. So two fears, one is called economic fear of shrinking the job market, and psychological fears are mainly created by the political parties, dominated by the political parties by the natives, that responsible for regionalism. Next come to the point, Telangana. If you take, Telangana has an operation of towards Andhra. Okay. So that is anxiety and fear. Most of the Telanganas have made apprehensions towards Andhra. So that is also one form of regionalism. Assamese also the same thing. Assamese have greatly hesitations regarding Bengali migrants. Large number of Bangladeshis are migrating and settling in Assam. So that caused regional imbalance, regionalism in Assam. Okay, and they started a movement also, Assam for Assamese. Similarly, at the same time, if you see, Maharashtra also is mainly responsible. In Maharashtra also the aggressive regionalism can be able to seen, and in Bengali also we can find are mainly responsible for the emergence of regionalism. So these all are the factors of aggressive regionalism are mainly responsible for the regionalism. So what we have discussed, students, here we have discussed that there are many factors that are contribute for the rise of regionalism, and most of the factors are political, economic and social factors which are mainly responsible for the rise of regionalism we can find. Okay. Factors, third factors already, second and third we have seen that in second factor, because of slow development of national party, whenever the national party whenever the slow development which was led by national party, regionalism sentiment will form. Okay, regional sentiment will form due to the slow development of national party. Okay, this is one point. Next one we can find due to the then what happened, whenever the slow development leads for the due to the slow development of national party leads for the regional party, and that is the starting point of regional party. And third point we have seen that there are basically, whenever the resources are discovered that should benefit to maximum amount of local people, such as for example Jharkhand, there is a plateau called Chota Nagpur plateau which is quietly famous, which is very rich in minerals. So that minerals are mainly exploited by the local business, the outsiders, businessmen, industrialists are exploiting all the resources, but that resources are not benefiting the local people. So that is also the factors which are responsible for regionalism. Whenever the development is not reaching to the ordinary people, when most of the development is not reaching to the grassroots level of ordinary people, then the factors of regionalism will form. Now here if you see the fear and treat, whenever due to the fear and treat, large scale of migrations will take place. Okay. So these fears are mainly due to the economic fear as well as psychological fear which are created. Economic fear of shrinking the job market. Whenever the people thought that job market is going to shrink, then they will migrate, or due to the psychological fear which are created by the native peoples which are dominating the politics. Sometimes the native peoples and local peoples will create psychological feelings among the non-local people. So that is also the mainly causes for the factors of regionalism. Now here if you see, Telangana created anxiety and fears upon Andhra peoples. Similarly Assamese we can find Assamese have created anxiety and fears upon Bangladeshis. So when large number of people of Bangladeshi are migrating and settling in Assam, so same problems we can able to see. Bengali is also one of the mainly emergence of regionalism we can find. So these are the factors which are responsible for regionalism, mainly we can say aggressive regionalism. Aggressive regionalism is a main factor that responsible for the rise of regionalism. Aggressive regionalism we have discussed that some states which have proud upon their region, and if they hates other region, that is a concept of aggressive regionalism. So mainly these are the mainly factors we have to avoid, and whenever if we avoid all these factors, then the concept of regionalism will decreases. So children, we will meet you in the next class with a new concept. We will continue the same topic and we will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much everybody.